Hello and welcome to Nurture and Nutrition. I wanted to talk to you this evening, it's the evening for me, about obesity as a problem to be solved, in a sense, as something to do, something to sort out, and not as a fatality. And I'm going to explain to you why I'm actually making this video. I've been a little bit hesitant about making this video because I want to, in a sense, to talk about my own personal experience. But at the same time, I was a little bit afraid to do so. But, you know, I'm taking the plunge and I'm going to share with you a few things about myself. First of all, what gets me down are the phrases that we use. And again, I mean, I talk quite a lot about the vocabulary that we use around weight and weight loss and obesity and how to lose weight, etc. And we have in our vocabulary, in our set of phrases, all different kinds of phrases like, it's hereditary, it runs in the family, I've always been like this, I've tried every diet on the market and nothing works. What else is there? I had one in my mind a second ago and it's gone. Big boned, I'm big boned. Okay, that one I have trouble getting over that one. But anyway, you know, these are the phrases that we use. Now, the vocabulary, again, for me, is not really the problem, it's the connotation with that vocabulary. When we are using these phrases and these sentences, in a sense, we are saying that we're trapped in a situation, in a body that's not our own, and in a way we can't do anything about it. You know, it runs in the family. What can I do about it? It's normal that I should be like that. It's not normal to be overweight and to be obese. The human body is not made to sustain that, to be able to cope with that. And the reason for this video today is we get a lot of things through the media, through marketing, that tell us, you know, this, that and the next thing. I did the video on the detox a couple of days ago, and the one that got me recently was a video. Now, I'm going to be very honest about this video. It was very well done, and it said that stress causes obesity, or stress causes weight gain, and apparently in all the wrong places. Now, they'd done some scientific studies where they'd shown that the cortisol levels were increased in the stressed subjects than in the non-stressed subjects. Well, the problem again for me is we have stress elements in our lives all the time, okay? So that's the first problem. Does that mean that, you know, well, we're stressed, we live a stressful life, so, you know, there's nothing we can do, we are going to be obese? Now, to be fair, in this video, they have been working with people to help them, I would say on a psychological level, find another way of approaching life. And I would say, in a way, it's actually fairly similar to what I do. It was in the Skinny on Obesity series. I think it was episode 6, so if you want to have a look at that. What I don't like is that they're doing this on a sample of the population. And the other thing I didn't like was, it was, again, concerning women. And I don't like that because I feel that women are targeted an awful lot already through the media, more than men, I think. It's my personal opinion, and I'm very happy for you to comment and say otherwise if you don't find it to be so. This was women, and I don't think that a handful of women is representative of a worldwide population. Again, I would like studies, further studies, more profound studies into this idea to really check and see whether that's true. I think it's a little bit easy to take 10 or 20 or 50 or 100 people and then come out with a study and say, okay, stress causes people to put on weight. What they said in this video, and I do believe that is true, is that under stress we will look for a food replacement to cover the stress. Now I have a kind of different approach to this, and I'll explain afterwards. But I would still like to have that confirmed. There is one thing that bothers me, is what about the people who lose weight when they're stressed? Because that case exists also. I have known several people in my life who, when under stress, have lost weight. So how do you explain that? So this is one thing that kind of got to me a little bit about this, the targeting of women, so to speak. I'm not saying they were deliberately targeting women, but you know, why only do the study on women? And to kind of give the idea over that stress is something that is going to make us put on weight, and in a sense it's very difficult, although it isn't, and I'll explain afterwards. Is very difficult. We have in our minds that it's very difficult to get over stress. You can have your car break down, you can have problems with your partner, with your children, you can have an argument with your boss at work. All of those elements are elements of stress. And this is where I'm going to kind of talk about my own situation, which I have been, like I say, a little bit hesitant to do, but you know, I'm fair game, so I think that's the right expression. Fair play, I think is the word actually. I will have to check out what that means, the first thing I said, but fair play. To be fair play, taking from my own personal experience, I'm just going to kind of do a quick overview. In January 2011, I separated from my ex-husband. Stressful. In May, there was a court case that didn't go perhaps the way that I wanted it to. Stressful. I couldn't find work, and I was staying in a motel, a tiny room in a motel near Paris, and that was stressful. I then had to find work elsewhere. I changed regions. I'm no longer in the Paris area. So I had to find work, I had to send out job applications, I had to do job interviews. I did find 7 places that wanted to employ me, but that was still stressful. I then moved house. That was stressful. I started new jobs in September. That was stressful. And to add to all of those elements, which are already, you will agree, fairly stressful things, fairly stressful events, my ex-husband used a flaw in the legal system to stop me schooling my children here. So since September, I've actually been living without my children, and I have seen them. They're 5 and 7 years old. You can see the pictures up there behind me. They're 5 and 7 years old. And I have not actually seen my children more than once every 2 months since September. And I'm a mother who actually stopped work to look after my children. So you can understand the stress and the pain of that. To make matters worse, I was involved with a person who I believed was wonderful, and 2 days after Christmas announced very brutally that he was leaving, and a week or so later drove away and left me. This happened 2 weeks before a court case was to come up, a court case where my ex-husband had asked for this court case to confirm, because he had done all of this without any legal confirmation, but to have the confirmation that he was allowed to have the children for the moment. And obviously because I was here on my own and I didn't have anybody to look after the children once that person had left, I lost my children for the time being at any rate. That was extremely stressful. So I was going through the heartbreak of not having my children, the heartbreak of discovering in fact that a person who I had believed in had not only taken advantage of me emotionally and financially, but had also made a complete and utter fool out of me. I discovered that in the days after he left. All of this was extremely stressful. So, I mean, this has been going on for 1.5 years now. With all of that, if stress made us put on weight, I should be enormous right now. The truth of the matter is, I've actually lost weight. I did put on weight between September and December with the person who was living here with me. He was doing the cooking, and I found myself eating a lot of things that I wouldn't normally eat, starchy carbohydrates that I do generally avoid. I will explain in future videos how I do integrate some carbohydrates into my diet so that it doesn't actually make me put on weight. But again, it's something that I eat very, very rarely. So I was eating this on a kind of daily basis, and I did actually start putting on weight. Since this person has left, I have lost the weight. Now, I'm telling you this for the first reason, as I said, to say, well, if stress made us put on weight, I should be really enormous right now. Secondly, a lot of people say to me the following. They say, Rachel, you have amazing strength. I wish I had your strength. Well, first of all, my immediate response to that is, but you do have strength. And my second response to that is, I'm not actually as strong as you might think. In January, when all of that happened, when all of that kind of fell on top of me very unexpectedly as well, I was extremely ill, and my doctor actually wanted me to go to the hospital because I started having heart problems, and he feared that I would have heart failure at some point, and I had to take medication and stuff to kind of sort things out afterwards. Obviously, that was due to the stress. You could say that I was very weak because my body reacted to that and I was ill. That's not a sign of strength, surely. And what I mean to say by all of this is, I'm not anybody special. I think there are a lot of people out there making these videos, and if you have a really big weight problem, you could be watching me and thinking, yeah, well, that's fine for you to say all of that, but you don't, your life's perfect, you don't have any problems. Well, now you know that I do. My life isn't perfect. A miracle did happen to me. A couple of months back, and I've mentioned this in previous videos, I signed up, and I warmly recommend you to do the same the next time he does this program. I signed up for Michael Neill's Living from the Inside Out program. And I will be very honest, the whole concept has completely changed my life. I have actually been transformed through that. I think a couple of months ago, I definitely would not have been sitting here making videos and saying, I care about you, let me help you in some way, even if it's just through these videos, by giving you the information that I can. Let me help you with your problem. Again, to come back to the stress stuff, what I have learned is the more you go around it in your head, the worse it gets. And in a certain sense, I learned with Michael Neill how to switch that noise off. And once that noise is switched off, first of all, you find an amazing sense of peace, which is wonderful. It's a miracle. And then you get inspired to do something, So I will put the link to Michael Neal's website underneath, and you know, like I say, I warmly recommend anybody watching to have a look into this. And the next time Michael Neal does the Living from the Inside Out program, I think he is planning to do that again. Sign up for it. Michael is an amazing human being, a rare, amazing human being. So, like I say, I'm not anybody particular. I'm not stronger than you are. I believe in every single human being's capacity to be strong, to adapt to situations. I believe in your capacity of intelligence to think things through, to not take for granted what's being told to you. Because a lot of that stuff, the media marketing around dieting is there a lot of the time, not all of the time. There are some people out there who are genuinely there to help, but a lot of the time, these marketing they are gimmicks. They're just there to make money out of you, and they don't give a damn how you feel. How you feel emotionally or how you feel physically. What they want is to make money out of you, and if they can trap you into that, then so much the better. The more people are there thinking, oh my god, you know, I should look like such and such a person in this that's in that film or in that advertisement, I should be gorgeous and thin like that. Well, Rubens, famous artist, he liked big women. And if you look at his paintings, the women are amazingly beautiful. You're not going to tell me that, you know, that being a stick insect is the only way to be beautiful. Yes, there are some very thin women who are amazingly beautiful, but the beauty that you have comes from the inside of you. It doesn't come from the outside of you. And I can look into your eyes and I can see the beauty that's in you. And I think it's really important for you to recognize that yourself. Yes, you might be in a body that you don't like. You might be in a body that you don't even recognize. I know when I was overweight, when I was obese, I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, that is not me. I don't recognize myself in that image, in that mirror image. Yet it was me at that time. If you join the Facebook group, I've posted pictures of what I looked like before. There aren't very many because most of the time I vetoed the people. I didn't want to have photographs taken of me. Sorry, I need to get my head into English. I didn't want to have photographs taken of me, so I vetoed a lot of the photos. But there are photos of what I looked like before, and obviously you see what I look like now. But this is the outside shell. What goes on inside is far more important, and this is also part of the work that I do with people. This is called nurture and nutrition. There is the food side, but there's also the nurture side to help people to realize their true value, their true inner value. Because once you recognize your inner value, then you will be able to find solutions. And you will feel so much better about yourself, no matter what you look like on the outside. And believe me, when you let go, as I did, and you could say this was weakness as well. You know, I had been fighting for so many years to try and lose the weight. It wasn't coming off. I kept fighting, and then one day I thought, to hell with that. I am so tired of fighting. I had read the medical research, I had read the scientific research. I hope you got a laugh out of that. Scientific research. I had read that. So I knew what to do to make myself physically on the inside feel better. I had given up on the idea of losing weight, and it's not even a miracle. Obviously, when you take care of the inside, the weight is going to come off. So if you want to get in touch, please join the Facebook group, join the Facebook page. You can contact me by email. I'm also running at the moment, because Michael Neal is running a course in London from the 8th to the 11th of July. I'm running an Indiegogo campaign at the moment to try and raise the funds so that I can attend this course, because I would like to have an in-depth learning on how to apply the inside out concept to the work that I do with people. So it's quite important for me in helping other people to participate in this course. So I'm running the Indiegogo campaign. I'll put the link to that underneath the video as well if you want to take a look. I calculated that if 700 people give $5 each, I will have raised the funds necessary. And every little helps, you know. If you can give $1, that's amazing, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart even for that. If the sum isn't completely raised, then everybody will actually be refunded. I chose that option because, you know, if the sum isn't completely raised, then I won't actually be able to attend. But I do hope to attend that. So if you would like to have a look and perhaps contribute something, or at least share with your friends, I would be very, very happy and very thankful and appreciative of your help. So remember, food is there for pleasure. Father Nature, I did the God joke as a she, so I'm doing the Father Nature, made food so that it tastes nice, so that we would eat it. And secondly, food is there to bring you the nutriments, the vitamins, the minerals that you need to sustain your life in the best way possible. Please always bear that in mind when choosing what you're going to eat. And I think that's all I have to say for this evening. It's been a rather long video, so I will finish by saying here's to your very good health. Thank you very much. Bye bye.